Nature or nurture has always been seen as one of the most important philosophical questions. It explores not only the family issues between children and their parents, but also the human nature behind people's behavior. This assignment will focus on the core film We Need to Talk About Kevin and other 10 films which allow people to re-examine the question and make people start thinking about the meaning of education. We Need to Talk About Kevin discusses the relationship between a mother and her son from a sharp perspective. It allows people to watch and think about motives behind the extreme behavior of paranoid children and the reasons behind the psychological problem. Parents plays an important role in the early years of children's lives, and communication and companionship are not only the responsibility of the parents, but also the foundation of healthy personality of the children. The Bold, the Corrupt, and the Beautiful shows a twisted family in an emotional bondage. It reminds people that simple love should not be overly connected by interests. Children should not be seen as objects of their parents. Sometimes, the greatest love for a child is to give him the freedom. The 400 Coups. By highlighting the conflicts between the outside world and the boy, this film portrays to an audience a troubled teenager with a wealth of emotions who is not traditionally understood. His innocence cannot be maintained because of the complexity of the society. Moonlight tells people that good relationships are powerful. It can lead a child to a positive side, or it can send a child into infinite inferiority complexes. Sometimes, the help from others can be the salvation of one person. Dogtooth can tell people that the invisible chains may come from the trusted loved ones. When there is only one way to take the information, when the children lose their ability to think independently, when children are objectified, all behaviors are absolutely subjective. The Virgin Suicides teaches viewers that discipline and criticism in home should be regulated. Overprotective mothers and weak fathers can cause psychological problems and permanent trauma to children, which can turn into tragedies. Heavenly Creatures. Teenage girls' adolescence is full of curiosity and beautiful fantasies. But the distinction and the transition between fantasy and reality cannot be made without the help of family or friends. This movie reminds people the importance of effective communication. Carrie. This film raises the question that what kind of person grows up in a family filled with fear and hate? Without a response of love, extreme emotions and behaviors are seen as the only way to survive. Mommy. This film highlights the trust between a mother and her child. The mother's companionship, education, and her understanding can have a great influence on a child who is facing mental problems. Einstein and Einstein. This film tells people a fact that growing up is to keep falling and keep getting up again. Sometimes, families are the biggest resistance for the children. And every decision that their parents make can have an impact on them. Echoes of the Rainbow. This film shows that A healthy relationship between parents and a harmonious atmosphere in a family can make children aspire to a better life. Children's behaviors are usually coming from the education of their parenthood. By presenting films from different regions and cultures, this festival will make people to think about the relationship between parents and children, and also focus on the social issues behind them.